What's this? Another firmware update? Welcome back to the channel. Well, it appears DJI is running marathons on their firmware updates. Anyway, this one acted kind of weird. This is 02.02.0300 for a firmware update for the RC-2 controller. What it did was change the RC app back to 1.13.9. So after you install this firmware update, you want to make sure you check to see what your RC2 app update is. You might have to go into your profile under settings and tap check for updates and see, and then it'll reinstall. At least it did for me. It reinstalled the newest Fly app, which is 1.13.10. Now I'm going to take my Air 3 up and make sure that everything's working okay after this firmware update on the RC controller and changing the app from 1.13.10 back to 1.13.9, having to reinstall 1.13.10. So hopefully I said that all right, and if I did, we're going to check it out and make sure everything's working all right. Hope you stick with me. Let's get this going. I don't know what's going on, but I had to do a bunch of more firmware updates just to get this thing in the air. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and try this out. I am recording the screen here. Let's go into about, and as you can see, it's 1.13.10 for the app version. The firmware, aircraft firmware update, which it did an update to that too for some reason, but it says 01.00.1400, and then the RC firmware update, or the RC firmware, is 02.02.0300, which that's what it's supposed to be. We're going to see how everything flies. I'm going to look at my menus quick here. Everything there looks normal. Let me make sure everything's right. That's right. Everything here. This is the important one. I want to make sure it comes back to home if it loses signal. I think we're going to be good because everything else after this doesn't really matter. Imperial, large, that all stayed. I want it to scan though. And we go there. Looks like everything there is good. Camera, I want to be in D-Log M. We're good there. Transmission, dual, and then about again. So, all right. We're going to take the drone around here a little bit and make sure it flies okay. That works. It goes left and right. It goes up and down, forward and backwards. And we're going to turn it around here. Okay, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to do a little self-droning. Okay, there was a little droning. That worked. I'm going to try a waypoint. Looks like that's working. Looks like everything so far is working okay. I decided to finish this one up here at home. I wanted to do a little research and make sure nobody else was having the same issues with this Fly app reverting back after installing the most recent RC2 controller firmware update. And yes, there are a few out there that are having this same issue. So I guess if you're going to install this most recent RC2 firmware update, make sure you check your Fly app to see to make sure it's the current one. Anyway, at the end of the day, I didn't have any issues with these updates at all. My Air 3 and my RC2 controller work just fine. I don't know what DJI is doing here this summer with their marathon of app and firmware updates. And they'll probably have another one for this firmware update reverting the Fly app back. So who knows? Probably be seeing one of those here shortly. Anyway, that's going to wrap this one up. And if you could, hit the subscribe, like, and share buttons. And as always, thanks for watching. Be safe, fly safe, and have a great day. I know there's a new Air 4 supposedly, or an Air 3S coming out. And I'm sure besides cameras and stuff, I don't know what else they could improve on these drones. I mean, really, this Air 3 has been nothing but a good drone for me.